that was affectionate but sincere. "So, this isn't about you being stubborn and proud." "They make a great pumpkin pie at the grill," he said. "How's that sound?" She reached for his chin and, with a mixture of tenderness and reproof, picked a bit of Kleenex from his shaving cut. "Why didn't you call a Bangor cab?" she said, having inherited the full genetic complement of Wiseman stubbornness, if not pride. "A Bangor cab?" he said, sincerely horrified by the notion. "Those guys only take Route 1. We'd be stuck in mill traffic for hours this time of day." By now they had reached the car, a Volvo DL wagon that for 23 years, in the summertime, over breaks and sabbaticals, had ferried first Jack and his wife, then Jack alone, from New York City to Maine and back again. He wondered if it was worth leaving the blue behemoth to Natalie. Like all his possessions, like everything that chance or fate had ever entrusted to his care, he had kept the car in impeccable order. Properly maintained, it might run for years to come. But Natalie might not care to pay the steep New York parking fees. She might, once he was gone, never again care to make the long drive to Red Hook, Maine. And, though she was and would always be his Tsatskeler, his little treasure, his love for her was as free of illusion as it was of reservation. There was little evidence, in the way that she had recently conducted her life, to suggest that she knew how to maintain anything at all. "You think you'll want the car?" he said as he opened the driver's side door for her. He walked around, opened his own door, got in, and handed her the key. "Or should I put an ad in the paper?" "Don't sell it right now. We'll need it while I'm up here, unless you're planning on coming down to New York. There's hospice here, same as there. Except here, I'm in my own home, and in New York I'd be forced into some misbegotten nursing home, thanks to the grateful generosity of Columbia University." "Grandpa, you weren't really living in that apartment. You were there like, 3 months a year? More like 4. They have so many full-time faculty members to house. You can't blame them. 46 years, Natalie. It wouldn't have killed them to make it 46 and a half. She started the engine and then let it idle, warming it up the way his regimen required. They sat listening to the engine in the chill of the car's interior, giving him ample time to regret his bitter words. Having faced or lived through some of the choicest calamities, both personal and world historical, that the 20th century had to offer, Jack Wiseman had rarely given way to bitterness. Until now. He supposed it must be a symptom of the disease that was killing him. "You could stay with me," Natalie said at last. "There's plenty of room now that Daniel's moved out." "I'm here," Jack said, "and you're here now, too." "Yes." "Might I ask how long you plan to stay?" "As long as you need me." "It shouldn't be too long." "Grandpa." "Anyway, good of the firm to let you go." "I had vacation saved up." She put the car into reverse with a show, again for his benefit, of checking the rear view and both side mirrors. Then she sighed and put the car back into park. "Actually, that's not true." "What's not true?" "I'm not taking my vacation time. I quit." "You quit?" He thumped his hand on the dashboard. "To take care of me? That's absolutely unacceptable, Natalie. I won't allow it." "It wasn't because of you. They would have given me leave." She eased out into the street, speeding up slowly so as not to risk a skid on the icy road, or more likely his reprimand for taking it too fast. "Why then?" he said. "Why?" She sounded exasperated with his question. With herself, maybe just with having to tell the story again. "Well, I was in a co-worker's office and she was responding to a set of interrogatories. Those are like questions from opposing counsel in a lawsuit." He waited. "They were from Daniel's firm." "He wrote the questions?" "No, he's in the corporate department.